chink in the Bucks' armor now. We've seen some penalties. Norristown, I think, has exposed the Bucks and shown some things that you can do against them. Now, good luck to any teams who have the passing attack and the talent in the passing attack that Norristown does, because that looks like that's how you have to beat the Bucks. But Norristown has shown a few things that CB West maybe has some trouble handling. I'm sure some things that they're going to go work on, but certainly more successful than most teams even hope to be against the Bucks.
Well, they definitely do look human tonight. They don't look like the team that it's won 56-7 and 42-0. So now they'll kick off with 2:14 left in the fourth quarter. Rob Toomley will do the honors once again. First time he's kicked off in the middle of the field tonight. That's a low kick to be taken by one of the up men, Trey Hadrick. Hadrick will break through a couple of tackles, and he'll get past the 40-yard line. It's a good field position for Norristown late in the game. So Norristown here with the last chance to try and put a few more points on the board, make the score a little closer. But they really did put up a really good effort tonight. And it's always tough to beat number one in the state.
Well, they did what they had to do to even come close to the Bucks, and that shocked them a little bit. Give them a few looks that they hadn't seen and throw a few big plays in there, but the Bucks too tough on the grind.
Blake back to pass, looking. Thrown over to receiver Damian Solomon and over the D-back. Well, second down and 10. Norristown, pretty much for the last 2 minutes, just going to air it out. Not assume we'd be seeing a lot of Troy Swittenberg here.
And again, you look for that final touchdown, maybe with half a minute left. Force the Bucks to make a few more plays. That's what you have to do. Put that kickoff down on the ground. You have to force the other team to continue to make plays until the final second.
D-back's a little late getting over. There's some mixed up coverage over here. And the ball goes to Trey Hadrick, who is the open man. Good recovery by CB West, but they had some trouble getting over there.
Great recovery, and Chris Blake saw that trouble. And Trey Hadrick also saw it, and he took what he was given. He took the short route and then tried to make something happen after he made the catch. But Chris Blake recognized it. And that's what the good quarterbacking is all about. You can't lock into one man. You can't lock into one play. If you're going to have 4 receivers out there, you have to look at them all. You have to give them all a chance. Otherwise, they're just wasted and they're just decoys. So in that case, Chris Blake saw that there was confusion on that side, went to the open side.
And it's not exactly the Eagles with pretty much Irving Fryer only getting the ball. Everybody gets the ball on this team, and every one of these receivers and the running back can do something with it. So 3rd and 6 for Norristown. Blake back to pass. Strong throw to Damian Solomon, just through his hands. Tough break for Norristown. We will have 4th and 6.
And that time a little bit rushed. Damian Solomon was trying to sit down in the open seam. He was feeling out that open space that time, and Chris Blake was looking at something else. So as Damian Solomon cut to the inside and tried to settle down, Chris Blake was looking to throw the out.
So Norristown on 4th down here, trying to get something done. The 4 receivers out wide. See what they do here. Blake once again back to pass. Pressured. The dump off to Swittenberg. Swittenberg, he will get the first down. Some elusive moves. And great effort by Troy Swittenberg.
The idea of the screen is get a few guys past the line of scrimmage from the defense, then toss that ball out and let your blockers who are already set up pick off the first 2 men till that running back can get into some open space. That time Troy Swittenberg didn't have the blockers out in front, but made some people miss on his own.
Blake back to pass, a flag on the play. Damian Solomon, the nice catch and the tackle made down around the 33-yard line.
He had some illegal forward motion that time. Just as the play started for Norristown, looked like Troy Swittenberg going in motion to the right, may have started forward. So trying to get forward into that pattern, maybe provide some protection for Chris Blake that time. The shift forward was committed, and that's going to nullify that play and bring Norristown back some.
Well, Norristown's gotta take from this that they can throw the deep ball. They have the receivers to do it, and they have the quarterback to do it.
Right, and with their defense playing very well at this point, I mean, 28 points against the Bucks. I predicted over 30 when the game started. So this has certainly been a very respectable effort from the Norristown defense. With a defense like that, keeps you in the game with that passing attack of Norristown, and still the big strike ability of Troy Swittenberg. They're always in it.
Blake now on 1st and 15. Back to pass, being pressured. And he is hit right there by number 20, Andrew Elsing. Good rush on Chris Blake. And Walt, CB West, first week got 56, second week got 42. This week looks like they're going to get 28. We expect to see 0 points from them in about the 10th week.
Yeah, they're coming down, but they're definitely playing tougher competition. I don't know who they're playing next week, so I'm not going to make any predictions, but you can expect to see them post some bigger numbers than they have here tonight. You look at some of their box scores, they have some long running plays for touchdowns in other games. This game, they have worked hard for every yard.
Blake with 4 receivers. He'll throw to Stewart. Audley Stewart will break some tackles. This is a great run by Audley Stewart. Nice run by Audley Stewart. He caught that ball, and the purpose of that play is to make something happen, and that's what Audley Stewart did.
He is such a valuable talent to have. You can do anything with him. We saw in the end of last week, taking the ball out of the backfield, making tremendous runs. Greg, as good as Troy Swittenberg is, and Darrell Johnson is also a tremendous runner, I think Audley Stewart is the Eagles' best open field runner. He has such great cross-field moves, tremendous vision, really sets up his blocks well to get the maximum yardage you can out of a play, and of course, great speed, which is characteristic of all Norristown skill position players. But Audley Stewart, once again, every game it seems he gets at least 1 or 2 plays to flash that open field running ability. Right there, we saw some more of it to put the Eagles in a good spot to put another touchdown on the board.
With 13 seconds, it would be really nice for Norristown. We'll look in the paper tomorrow morning, obviously disappointed about the loss, but it is nice to have teams look and see that it was 28-20, not 28-13.
Do me a favor? At the end of the football game?
Well, I'm sure that the Eagles certainly have earned great respect from Mike Pettin and the Bucks. I know they came in with great respect, as Mike Pettin said that this was not the team he wanted to face in this situation with all the extra attention surrounding his 300th win. And this was certainly the team that could have spoiled it tonight. And they put up their best effort to spoil it. But you've seen why he's won 300 games. His guys are just too tough and great in crunch time.
Blake back to pass. And he's going to be sacked. Folks, I would think that the Gatorade is being warmed or not being dumped out over on that sideline, because I have a feeling it may get dumped on a certain person over there. So it looks like we'll have 1 more play in this game. Norristown calls a timeout.
And all you have to know about just the spirit that Norristown plays with. Obviously, they're 2 touchdowns down. It's going to be almost impossible even if they had scored at that point to get another touchdown to even up with the Bucks. But on that Chris Blake sack, Troy Swittenberg, a couple of the other players, just certainly not disgusted with the play or with the players, but just so disappointed that Chris Blake couldn't get that pass off. They want that touchdown. They want every touchdown. They play every second. That's why they're in this game, and that's why they will be around at the end of the year if somebody can knock off these Bucks. And obviously this means something to them, the fact that they called a timeout and Roger Grove's out in the field talking to his guys. 4 seconds left. They have 1 play left. 25 yards to go to the end zone, and you can bet they're going to take a shot.
And it's always nice to call a game for a team and to sit in the stands and watch a team that will fight till the very last second. And you have to give credit to the Norristown Eagles for doing that tonight. Okay, it looks like we're going to have the last play of the game here. Chris Blake under center. He'll drop back to pass.
Intercepted.
And the pass is picked off.
That is the ball
And folks, that is it. The camera's mobbing Mike Pettin on the far sidelines. And folks, Coach Mike Pettin has just gotten his 300th victory, becoming only the second coach in Pennsylvania high school football history to do that. And a great accomplishment as the Central Bucks West Bucks go to 4-0 in the league, defeating Norristown here tonight, 28-13.
This game was a joy to watch, Greg. Watch both teams play with the spirit that they played with, and congratulations to Coach Mike Pettin. He has earned all these 300 victories in his 32 seasons. He took a program that was just mediocre in a mediocre area, went through the split, had to rebuild, and it's just come out year after year as the state powerhouse. And this is a team that has had 17 undefeated seasons under Coach Pettin, is on their way with this Norristown victory to possibly an 18th undefeated season. He's got 2 PIAA state championships, and the playoffs have only been in effect for a few years, so he's maybe on his way to a third this year. Just a tremendous year and a tremendous career, and you know that these players really, really enjoy playing for them. He's sprung so many players to college, some to the NFL. Just an amazing coach, really handles the kids well. I tell you, it's been a pleasure to watch since Norristown's been in the Suburban One National League. And especially he going against Roger Grove. They've just been tremendous battles, and these two teams and two coaches have such respect for each other.
And both teams, I think, really earned each other's respect tonight. An absolutely great game from Roosevelt Field. 28-13 is the final. CB West, the victors, and Coach Mike Pettin, his 300th win. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap up this game. Welcome back to Roosevelt Field. Tonight's game ended 28-13 in favor of the Central Bucks West Bucks. Walt, victory celebration still going on out on the field for Coach Mike Pettin, his 300th career victory tonight, and we've really just seen a milestone.
Right, that is no normal victory celebration. That is history in the making. Again, Mike Pettin, only the second coach in Pennsylvania high school football history to achieve 300 victories in his 32nd season.
Well, Central Bucks West just so impressive tonight. So many weapons they can throw at you, and their defense was really played well, just shutting down that Norristown offense.
Yeah, they're an offensive powerhouse. They absolutely grind you down with those huge linemen, and they have backs who know how to run behind those linemen. There are a lot of backs who would outrun those guys and just be too quick and want to do it all themselves. They have backs who are very smart and really have the ability to run behind those linemen. On the other side of the ball, it's a lot of those same big horses up front. You don't have the big 310-pound tackle Ben Carver on defense, but a lot of those other guys are on the other side of the ball. And where their defense really keys in is in those linebackers. Those linebackers allow their front four and their back four to do a lot of things because of their great pursuit.
Well, of course, you can't talk enough about the effort by Norristown tonight. Just putting up just everything that they had against this great CB West team.
Norristown always starts out the year ranked very highly. They're always highly thought of because there's always a lot of talent in Norristown. And obviously they have also a great coach who's been here a long time in Roger Grove, who has an excellent staff as well. But this is the game that always sort of separates Norristown. They're always up there, ranked very highly, and then if they get blown out by West, people say, oh, well, they're just an average team this year. This will put them up there, and people say, we don't want to face Norristown. This is a really good team that's going to be around at the end, again, to win the Suburban One National if somebody can knock off these Bucks.
Once again, we want to say congratulations to Coach Mike Pettin on his 300th victory. We want to wrap things up here tonight at Roosevelt Field. We want to thank our Director of Communications, Mr. Tony Koya. We want to thank our producer and director tonight, Azad Shirosian. We want to thank our camera people, Adrian Williams and Alicia Milner. For Walt Fry, I'm Greg Fry. We'll see you next time on Norristown Area High School Football.
Play host to the Redskins in the Chamois at War Memorial Field. Jim and I will be